So now we're recording, and as I say, I'll make this available to you and to everybody else. So in terms of what is happening today, just to make that clear to everybody, I suppose there are three main sections to today. So first of all, for the first half hour, I'm with you here, and I am going to just go through the ground rules, how the program works, go through the different dates and what to expect on the overall program, and just to set out the rules. Now, the other thing as well, just that you know, that the slides that I have here, I will be sharing with you. So I'll send a follow-up email to you this afternoon. I will include the slides that I'm presenting and any other information that's of interest to you. So, you know, there's no need to take copious amounts of notes. You will have all the information from us. So this morning, the first half hour, the welcome, setting out the ground rules and what that's all about. Then at 10:30, Paul Daly will be joining us, and he will go through the credit management subject. So this is the credit management, and in a lot of ways, this is the core subject within the course because it is a diploma in credit management. So credit management is one of the core functions within it. And Paul will go through that in detail with you, just to give you an overview of the syllabus and the course and all that good stuff, that you know what to expect. Then at 11:15, then we'll take a break, just a quick break at 50 minutes, just to stretch your legs and get a cup of tea or something. I've left my phone on, and it's not because I'm rude or addicted to it. It's just in case any students are having any problems or whatever. You know, just in case they need to contact me. Then we're back at 11:30, and then we move into the second subject that we're covering this term, and that is credit risk assessment. And we'll be joined by Angelina, who will introduce herself. I'll go through the content with you, but I want to introduce you to Angelina, who is your tutor for credit risk assessment. Then around 12:15, we have questions and answers. So if you do have questions, or if there's anything on your mind, you know, there's a forum there. We'll switch off the recordings before we get you to go on record. If there are questions as we go through, either unmute yourself and ask the questions, or you can use the chat box as well. So in terms of the chat box, I can't present and let people in and talk and, you know, all at the same time. So if you do put stuff in the chat box, I'll read it during the breaks and all that sort of stuff. So in case you're expecting an immediate response, that probably won't happen. So that's today. So we should be wrapping it up, you know, between 12:15 and 12:30. And that's that. And hopefully you'll be full of knowledge in terms of what to expect. There's Angelina and Paul, just that you know what they look like, and you can compare how their pictures look to what they look like in real life when you get to see them. So they are looking after you. That's myself there, and Katrina, I'm sure you would have spoken to as well. So Katrina's working here full time with us as well, and we're behind the scenes making sure everything that should happen does happen. So what happens? So a lot of people think, oh, you know, is it every Saturday we have to attend lectures? Absolutely not. No, the whole course runs on blended learning. So yes, we all get together here today for the morning to learn what's happening. And after today, what will happen is next Monday, you will receive an email from your tutor with your notes for the subject. So you will receive an email from us to the email that we would have sent this invite to. So if you have a personal email or a different email, if you just let me know, we will update the records. So we will send all the notes out to you. And we alternate between the subjects. So this coming Monday, you will get your credit management notes. The following Monday, you will get your risk notes, and so on and so forth. So we alternate the subjects just to mix it up and, you know, give you an opportunity to see both. So that is that. And each set of notes is accompanied with what's called a short test. Now, those of you who are going into your second term are familiar with these. So it's a short test based on the material that you've been given. And I suppose it just gives us an opportunity to see, are you learning? Do you understand? Do you follow? And it's an idea for yourself as well, in terms of just to make sure that you're keeping up to date with it. And the answers to all the short tests are in the notes. So it's just a matter of going through the notes, completing the short test, and then you submit that the following Monday. So that just ensures people are engaging with the course and reading the notes. And the one thing from the outset, guys, I would really encourage you is to block off time every week for the course. So, you know, I've seen it over all the years. Like, this course now has been running for, would you believe, nearly 22 years. So it is an established, and it is the established qualification in credit management here in Ireland. And the people who get through it are the people who, one, turn up for the induction, two, read the notes and submit the short tests, and, you know, attend revisions and do all that sort of stuff. If you stick with it, the course will flow and it's manageable and all the rest. If you think, look, I know all this stuff and I'll swap the night before the exams, you will not do it. I'm just telling you that now. So just, and when you do it, is up to yourself, whatever fits in with your own schedule. You know, being human beings, we kind of like a schedule. So maybe if you say, look, I'm going to block off Tuesday evenings or something of that nature too. Who's this? Oh, Paul has arrived. Right. So block off Tuesday evenings or something of that nature for a couple of hours. And look, we know the real world catches up and there's something good on the telly on Tuesday night, you know, because you have until the following Monday, your time is your own. So that is that. So you get your short tests with your notes every week. On both subjects, you will have 2 assignments. So you get your first set of notes, second set of notes, and an assignment. And I suppose the assignment will test your understanding of it. So the short test means you've read the notes. The assignments tend to be the practical application of what you're doing. So you have your 4 tests, your 2 assignments, and then at the end we have a written exam, and I'll talk to you a bit about that now in a few minutes. So that's effectively how the course works. So in terms of lots of Saturdays, no, I have one scheduled. I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. So I know they tell you not to put loads of words on a slide, and here is loads of words on a slide. This is just literally setting out the dates where you will receive your notes and assignments. So on Monday, you get your first set of notes for credit management, then credit risk, then your second set, then you get your assignment in credit management, you know. So we spread it out as best we can over the next few months. So September, October, November, December. So it is spread out. There is a break built in there, and I think that coincides with the midterm break as well. So if you have kids or if you're doing anything, there is a break built in there at the end of October. And just to put your mind at rest as well, if you are looking there going, oh my God, I'm going away on the 9th of October, you know, that's fine. You know, just let your tutor know, and either you can submit your tests early before you go, or you can say, look, I need an extra few days at the end because I'll be away. And that is fine. Just keep in touch with us and let us know. So we're not one of these strict academic, you know, that if it's not in on the due date, you get no marks or anything of that nature. We will be as flexible as we can with you, and we'll work with you. And, you know, if anything happens, just stay in touch, and we will do everything that we can to help you. So they're the dates. They're the notes. That's when you're going to get everything. And as I say, for the short tests, you have 1 week to get them back. For the assignments, you will have 2 weeks to get them back. And I have the dates here. No, I'll have the dates later. So that is that. 1 week to do the short tests, 2 weeks to do the assignments. And when the assignments come in, we'll get them back to you. I'm saying within a week. Again, it depends. And just to let you know, I know Paul has joined us and Angelina is joining us later. So there is a difference between Katrina and myself. We work in and for ICMT. This is our day job. This is what we do all day long. So feel free to contact either of us at any time, because that's what we're here for. both Paul and Angelina have day jobs, and tutoring is just a part-time job that they do at the side. So, you know, if you send Paul an email at 9 o'clock in the morning, he will have a look at it some parts of the day. You won't get immediate response. And I suppose, in fairness, even to myself, because I'm training for a living as well, and I go out on site and train and do all that good stuff as well. So it can happen you send me an email in the morning and I won't see it till evening or whatever, depending on you know, internet access. If I'm at the desk, I'm very good. If I'm not, I'm as good as I can be. So just to manage your expectations there, in case you're getting upset and think you're being ignored. What we'll also do towards the end of the course is we will send you out a mock exam. So again, just that we have no surprises, or you have no surprises, so you will know what the exam is going to look like, the kind of format, what is expected, the standards and all that kind of stuff. So that's at the end, when you have all the notes and have submitted the assignments, you will get a mock exam, and you do that in your own time. So they're not for correction by your tutors. Of course, we're here to help and to advise and to explain things to you. That's what it's all about. And what we do is, on the revision session, then we go through the mock paper, show you how it should be answered, and we just find, because you're your own biggest critic, you'll be far more critical of your own work than a tutor would be, so you can see where you went wrong and where you can pick up and where you can do it better. So that is that. There's the email addresses for your tutors as well. So Paul at ICMT and Angelina at ICMT. There's no significance for the capital. So that is that. So that's where you'll be getting your notes from. That's that. And if there's anything you can't understand, you know, just email is probably the best form of contact. So just drop them a note and whatever. And if you're really stuck, you'll pick up the phone. I'm here most of the time, and we're happy to help. So I suppose the big words is, you know, don't panic, and anybody who did collections will understand the significance of that. Okay, so don't panic. That's that. Plagiarism, yeah, look, it's all your own work. You're going into, and I know AI and ChatGPT and all these wonderful things. I had a seminar on Thursday about AI and all that it will do, and I have had some excellent assignments back from students, and I was in awe, because it's better than I could write, and they didn't write it, and it's pretty clear they didn't write it, and it's not based on the notes or material they received. So they will be, you know, like we've been around long enough. We know how this thing works. So guys, just do your own work, and even if it's imperfect, it's better than getting ChatGPT to do it, because we'll see it a mile off. There's no doubt about it. So that's that. The workbook, I'll get into the workbook more when I'm talking to you about risk. So with the risk subject, as well as getting your notes and your short tests, you will also get a risk workbook. And the workbook is where you get to practice and to do stuff. So if we're going through a concept, we'll give you a few pages of notes, and then we say, now you can do test 1 in your workbook. You go to your workbook, attempt the test. If you do it, well and good. If you can't, go back, relearn, and then try it again. So workbooks are in risk only, because credit management, you know, I don't want to belittle it, say it's easier. It's probably more straightforward, and it's something that you're doing on an ongoing basis as well. So there is no workbook for credit management. So that is that. So it's just to double check that you're keeping up as well. To get a pass mark in the exam, you need 40%. So that's that. And what we do is, you know, because not everybody can be good at everything. So if you get, say, 60 in 3 subjects and you get 35 in 1, we have a system where we can pass you by compensation. So that is that. But you need to get at least 50 in 1 of the subjects. So if you're good on 3 and not so good on 1, you know, our job is to get you over the line as best we can. So we're saying we're an overall understanding of the topic. So you might know all the details. You know enough to get your diploma. And are we happy with tests, exams, assignments, and all that sort of stuff? Not ideally. The fact of the matter is, though, if you're being certified and you get a diploma in credit management, we have to be sure that the people receiving them are worthy of them. And people who know nothing, it's not just a gimme. We don't just hand them out. There is work involved with it. Hopefully the work is manageable and enjoyable and beneficial. So we have to adopt some standards. And to be honest with you, the examination route is probably the only way. And if I can come up with a better way, I'll do that as well. So email, text, WhatsApp, call by appointment. So if you want to have a chat with Paul or Angelina, just drop them a note and say, look, would you be available for half an hour to have a chat? I want to go through question 4 or whatever it is with you. And that's fine. And Katrina will be great on any admin queries or whatever you have. When it comes to the content, the module content, obviously collections is her area. I would know all the content in all the modules. So if you do have something that involves the contact, talk to me. I'm your tutor first, and me second. So I'm happy to do that. There's all our phone numbers as well. That'll be in the slides I'll send you later on as well. So in terms of WhatsApp and texts and calls, they're the numbers, and do feel free to talk to us if you need us. The assignments, so you've seen the dates you're going to get your assignments. The assignments count towards the exam. So you get 10% of the total amount for each assignment. So for your 2 assignments, there's 20% of the marks going for the assignment. There are 10% of the marks going for your short tests. So it's 2.5% each for each short test you submit. And then the written exam is the other 70. So 20 on the assignments, 10 for the short tests, 70 for the exams. And we put all those marks together and aggregate them out. So that is that. And the results letter that you get will be in 3 parts. So you'll say, if you say you passed it, it means you got in excess of 40%. A merit is between 61 and 79. And a distinction then is anything over 80. All right. So that is that. And what this is saying here is that in addition to achieving 40% overall, you have to achieve the equivalent of 40% in the written exam. So you can't get 20 in your assignments, 10 on your short tests, and then only get 10 in the exam, because that would sort of suggest you got somebody else to do the assignments and short tests, and you haven't a clue what's going on in the exam. So that is the thing. Again, all very doable. These are future dates that we have for you as well. And so the next date in the diary is the 28th of October. Now, I looked at that and I looked over it, and look, yes, I know it's the Saturday of the bank holiday and some people have lives. Like today, we will be recording the session. So if you can make it, well and good. If you can't, we'll do it anyway, and we'll send you out the links to the recording. So you'll do that. And what I want to do, because risk is accounting based, and I'll talk about that later on, we've just found it's sort of halfway through the term. And the reason I chose the 28th of October is it's after you have received your first assignment in risk and before you have to submit it. So that's why we've chosen that particular Saturday, and just to give you the heads up to make sure that you're on the right track with this subject. So that's an optional day as well. Then the 13th of January, we have our revision session. So you'll have all the notes, assignments, everything, your mock exams. So we get together Saturday morning, the 13th of January, and we go through the revision session. That'll just be subject focused with Angelina and Paul. And not only will we revise the course, we go through the mock exam that you will have received, and we'll also give you some pointers in terms of what to expect on the real exam. And then the real exam itself takes place on Saturday, the 27th of January, 2023. 10 o'clock, from 10 to 12, we have risk, and from 1 to 3, we have credit management. The exams are done remotely. So you do the exams will come to you via email, and you do them at home. So there's no coming into an exam hall like used to happen in previous years. So you do the exams from home, and between now and the revision and everything else, that will all be made clear to you in terms of how that works. It has been working very well over the last couple of years, so we intend to keep that going as well. So maybe put those dates in the diary. And if you're looking there and saying, "Oh God, I'm skiing on the 27th of January," again, talk to us. And if we have to make alternative arrangements, and we're happy to do that. So we've lived in credit management long enough to know that nothing really is written in stone. So we'll be as flexible as we can to get the results. And then for those of you who are only beginning your journey today, so those of you who are moving into your second term, that's it, you're done. So once the exams are over on the 27th of January, that's it, you are done. Fingers crossed you get the results that you want, and you will then have your diploma in credit management, and that's that. And I should have put the date in there, and maybe I will now that I think about it. Because success is all that we are interested in. When you finish your exams in January, you will be invited to a graduation ceremony on the 20th of March. So just to maybe pencil that in as well. I put that date in the diary as well. So the 20th of March is it's a graduation. It's a lovely day. It was an evening session, caps, gowns, you get formally presented with your diplomas and photographs and professional photographers and all that good stuff. So that's something worth aiming for. So that's going to happen on 20th of March. For those of you who are starting today, you will be back with us on the 17th of February. We do the second term. Then the revision for the second term is the 11th of May, and the exams for the second term are the 25th. So just that we can plan next year, that we know the whole point of today is no surprises. So now you know your dates. Two of the biggest professional credit management organizations recognize this diploma course. So the first is CMII, that is the Credit Management Institute of Ireland. And here's the good news. And in fact, you can do it straight away. And I'll send you the links in the email I send you later. And what you do is you can become a member of CMII. Now, the good news is at the moment it is free. So there's no charge, no additional cost to you. So what you do is I'll give you the links. You log on to CMII, you sign up as a member, you'll get all the updates and briefs and find out what's happening in the world of credit. And they have, webinars and fact sheets and all that good stuff as well. And then as a member of CMII, when you graduate, you will receive a diploma from CMII. And you then move up the grade into sort of graduate membership, which we're hoping will become the sort of standard for credit people in Ireland. So that's CMII, the Credit Management Institute of Ireland. And from an international perspective, because this is completely Irish-based, and it's the Institute if Ireland. No, it's the Institute of Ireland. Let me just get rid of that now. Do it as you go. So the Institute of Ireland. From an international perspective, the course is recognized by AICDP. And AICDP stands for the Association for International Credit Directors and Professionals. And having completed this course, you are now obviously a credit professional. Again, membership of AICDP is free. They run all sorts of, again, webinars, seminars, economic updates, and all that good stuff, mainly on an international stage. So CMII is Irish-based, AICDP is global, and I have some pictures of flags there. So there's a number of countries that they're currently active in, and there's members, and it's just, it's great to have people to network with and to, just to learn. I know in my career in credit management, I just found the networking was so important to me. It was vital, and just even having somebody to pick up the phone and say, "Help, what do I do here?" So that is that. And while you're building your international and national network through these associations and institutes, I'm offering myself as that guide to you. So, I'm one of these sad credit people. I love credit, I love problems, I love challenges. So if something does come up on a day-to-day basis, please feel free, whether it's course related or not. The fact that you're students of the course, you're friends of ours now, and we're there to help you no matter what. So just be aware of that. And again, I'll send you the link to join AICDP as well, and you'll be included in all their briefs and everything else. And again, no added fee as well. So that is the summary that I have come to do. It's 10:31 and I started at 10:02, so that's not too bad, I would think. What I will now do is I will stop the recording.